Yo, welcome to Music as a Day Job. I'm your host, Sean, also the CEO of Concert. Concert is an app that's an artist accelerator that can take artists from opener to headliner to on tour and gives the fan the best experience in live independent music. Music as a day job. Turn music into your day job. That's basically what we do over here. That's what we do. Um, So the question I got is how do you overcome creative blocks when writing music? Now, am I the best person to ask this? Nah, but for real, like because I've let my creative blocks aren't really creative blocks; they're more busy blocks because I've always wanted to build the business around what I do actually more than I actually would rap a lot of times. Like I'd rap a bunch and then I'd go into business and it was hard for me to cross over between business and rapping. I would get caught in my mind because I think it's two different sides of your mind to be a business person and be an artist or like two different sides. So I would wear myself out on my business side and then I wouldn't have time. But that wasn't actually a block for me. When I get a block, it comes down to three different things to me: experiences, socialization, and location. And these are the three things that I feel will help you get over any form of creative blocks that you have, because a lot of the problem of the creative block, I personally feel, comes from a lack of new things um in life. And you can, as you see with some rappers, they're very boxed in on one side, so that you'll see them, they can only rap good in one form. I always say the first rapper that you really saw that was excellent at all forms is Tupac. He'd have songs like for the girls like How Do You Want It. He'd have songs for like positive songs like Keep Your Head Up and Dear Mama. He'd have gangsta songs like Hit 'Em Up and Ain't Nothing But a Gangsta Party. Then he'd have the club songs like California Love. And then like a lot of rappers for a long time were like, if you just made love songs, that's what you were known for. And I don't want to say names because I don't want to hate on any rappers or anything. They think I'm hating on them like they can't do the other things. But you know the rappers that are just known for gangster songs. Like you'll never hear a love song from them. Or you'll hear a rapper that's just about all these love songs and you'll never hear no gangster stuff from them. Or you have rappers that's just more on like just getting money and then you never hear anything else. Or it's just like positive and they're just pure like what they call conscious rappers. They'll just be fully conscious. And inside that, that's because they only know so many experiences. So they're either forcing you to listen to a version of them or they only have so many experiences. And I try to teach rappers because I've came into a contact with a rapper lately and I wanted him to rap songs. The song, we were just in the studio and everyone's just jamming, and I have like these studio sessions where all these young artists get to come in and they just get to rap over some new beats and everything like that. I get all the beats, everything like that, and we just go through beats. Um, I wanted a young rapper to rap on like a song for the women. It was more of a like a sexual song that you're going like, hey, I'm trying to holler at these girls, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do something wild, whatever, boom, boom, boom. Inside that, he was having a creative block because he doesn't really like live that lifestyle like that or is around it enough to create that feeling. He isn't around it enough consistently to create that feeling. So then he wants to rap a certain way all the time. And I told him, I said, well, personally, because of the type of guy he is, like I hate to, stereotype or anything like that. But if I'm a guy like that, like let's say it's me, I'm a guy, I feel I look decent, everything like that. Females may think I look good, whatever like that. So then I have to capitalize on these parts inside like who's going to be my consumer. If I'm rapping in a certain way, like let's say you see me and I'm rapping just gangster rap. If no one knows me outside and being that type of dude, then it's gonna be hard to get over. And then on the other end of this, if I'm not around those dudes enough, it's going to be hard to get over because nobody's going to vouch for me. And then on, you're going to be like, oh, well, he looks like he dresses nice and he does this and he didn't look like that type of dude. Now I have to figure out a way to hit the correct consumer that's going to consume my music based on who I am literally. Like, we all see some of these dudes, they'll be like, they're a gangster rap, and you're just like, it's no way. It's no way. It's no way. And it takes somebody vouching for them to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've seen this lately at a huge scale of like dudes vouching for artists that aren't that way. And then their whole like gangs and stuff will vouch for this artist or whatnot. So I tell people experiences can stop your creative block because if you're around enough stuff, you have stuff to write about. If you're around enough things and you've seen enough things personally, you have a lot to write about. When you go places and you fly places, it makes you think of things. Like a lot of people always say, make sure you get out of the state to get out of the state for what? The only reason you need to get out of your state isn't to do shows, isn't to do anything like that, because you can do shows in a small region and make enough money. Proof. Me. But either way, you can do those things like that in small areas. What you need to get out for is just to see environments and see and have those experiences that can make you write a certain way. And I tell these artists like those experiences can make you go like, okay, well, this is a new song. This is because I then have these real songs that are based off real life experiences. Number 2, socialization. Socialization is one of those things that can come in tons of different forms because I've written songs just because somebody said something. Somebody can just say something that makes you go like, oh, that's the song. That's a song. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say, one of the songs I had that was pretty crazy was it was this one we had called "Party Like Mia," and it was based off of we were out eating with an artist. Me and Brian were out eating with an artist, and we were like her name was Maya, and she was talking about she's going to go somewhere. I can't remember where she was going to go, and she was going to do some shows and boom, 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 all this stuff like that. And I was like, party like Maya, we gonna party like Maya, like that. And then inside of it, we switched it to party like Mia, and then but it's like just those sayings. You know what I'm saying? Like I was on. We had a song that went on Netflix. It was called Lit, and I was like, we were in LA, and people were just wilding like every time they drink and stuff like that. They just do the most. And I was like, man, when you lit is whatever. And that's a song. When you lit is whatever. So that's using both. That's the socialization and the experience because I'm seeing the experiences and then I'm just saying something. But the socialization, as you talk to more people, if you're in a creative slump right now, go outside, go to the club, go somewhere and talk to people. Because a lot of people will say things that are like trending, that are very trendy, that you can take and turn into a song. And you can tell that story. You can tell any of it and create whatever because they're going to say and do things that are popular that tons of people want to hear because more than likely a lot of people do it too. Because a lot of things people say are common amongst multiple people. So then when they say these things, it's something that it's a reference that a lot of people understand. The last thing I like to always bring up is location. Everyone wants to rap in a studio supposedly, and that doesn't always make sense because the gist of it is it doesn't mean the environment is correct for you to rap in or anything like that, and you may not like it and you feel forced. So sometimes you can catch yourself in a writer's block because you just feel forced to be like, oh, I'm just sitting here and I'm forced to rap right now, so I gotta rap, so you might not make your best product. I always tell people location meant a lot to me. Like I like to write sometimes in the bathroom. Like oddly, I like to turn on the shower and write. I like to walk around and write. I like to, you know what I'm saying, just be in my house and write. Like some people like to be in different places. I know, I think Brian would like go up on a hill and write. And so it's like a lot of people, like, writing should be at your comfort zone. Like, you should be in comfort when you're writing and making music. And sometimes we feel like rushed to make songs and stuff like that, so we write them in specific places that people, so we can get the song done and da 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 da. No, I'm going to write when I'm in a comfortable place, because it doesn't make sense for me to be stressed and forced to write and use creativity, because creativity is supposed to be fun. And I knew that when I was in that kind of like heavy in the industry, was that it was like forced creativity. It's like you have to make it now. You have like 20 minutes to make this song. Da, 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 da. I didn't want to do that. Like, I want to be able to sit and chill and make my songs. And see, the crazy thing is, when I'm comfortable, I can write like 10, 20 songs. But when I'm not comfortable, I feel like forced, and I'm like, my mind's like blanking. So then make sure you're in a location that feels comfortable when you do this, because it sucks when you're forced to actually just create just because you're in a space of supposed creating. You know what I'm saying? A creative space or whatever. Make sure it's your comfortable spot. So once again, overcoming creative blocks. Three things: experiences, socialization, and location. Make sure you pay attention to all of those, and that should help you get over any form of creative blocks that you have when you're writing your music.